Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. With Black Ops 4, we have a new game mechanic in our creator class system. Talisman. Talismans? Talisman? Talisman? Talisman. Talismans are gameplay modifiers. They allow you to change a certain aspect of your game. You can use one to get an extra piece of equipment. You can use one to never lose a perk, to start with a perk, to start with a leveled up specialist weapon, to start with an assault rifle, an LMG, or whatever it may be. In order to get these talismans, you have to earn Nebulium Plasma. If you want to see a detailed video, check out this video in the icon above or the link in the description. Then you take that Nebulium Plasma, you go to the laboratory, and you spin these concoctions. You have a 30 concoction, a 45, and a 75. The 75 concoction guarantees you one of these talismans. However, the 30 and the 45, you have a chance of getting this talisman. And universally, since the release of Black Ops 4, I have yet to see really any YouTuber talk about talismans and their effect on gameplay because nobody's using talisman. And I think Treyarch and Activision especially, are missing a huge opportunity here with their talismans. So in this video, I have two propositions for Treyarch and Activision to make talismans better. First proposition, it's gonna sound crazy, guarantee us a talisman with every single concoction spin. I know, like I said, sounds crazy. 30, 45, 70, doesn't matter. Guarantee us a talisman, because let's look at the actual facts here. There are only 23 elixirs currently in the game as of making this video. However, there are 32 talismans. And every time you use a concoction, you're getting 3 of that 23 elixirs, and you might maybe get a chance of getting one of those 32 talismans. There are way more talismans than there are elixirs, and you get more elixirs than the talismans. It doesn't make sense. Even the common talismans are incredibly rare. I don't even have all of the I have maybe like 10 or 12 talisman because I used 30 of the concoctions, and that doesn't feel great. I'm not going to use those because I just don't have them. If you want players to get excited about using talisman, give them the opportunity to. I think guaranteeing a talisman would give everybody more exposure to them and therefore make them more likely to use them and therefore more likely to maybe spend money on them. I don't know, that just could be, you know, for you, Activision. That side's for you. But, you know, it'd be more fun for us as well. It's a win-win situation here. Second solution I have is we need perhaps some better talismans. Now I'm gonna bring up Black Ops 3 because I remember back in Black Ops 3, whenever there was some new gobblegum, especially towards the end when they got really powerful and overpowered, we saw a lot of people doing a lot of liquid divinium openings to get those gums. And of course, I'm not saying that there should be a perkaholic talisman, I'm just saying that if there was a perkaholic talisman, perhaps people might be more interested in doing some Nebulium Plasma openings and getting some more talisman. It doesn't even need to be perkaholic either. You could do an unquenchable, perhaps start the game with a perk of your choosing. That could be fun. That's actually balanced and that's actually pretty cool. Or a wall power or a crate power talisman where it's like the first weapon you buy off the wall, the first weapon you buy out of the mystery box is pack-a-punched. Perhaps there's a talisman that allows you to double, triple upgrade your weapon right from the start. I'm not saying any of these really should be in the game. I'm just saying that perhaps if they were in the game, talisman and therefore the microtransactions of zombies might be a little bit more popular. It's also worth mentioning in the microtransaction system in multiplayer, once you get the weapon skin or item or weapon that you want, that's where people are basically gonna stop paying money. Whereas in zombies, once you get a talisman, once you get an elixir, if there are powerful ones, people are always gonna want more. No matter what, people are always gonna be willing to pay more money and roll more concoctions if the reward is good enough and valuable enough. Just a thought. But it is important to remember that if there are more powerful talismans, which I think it might be a good idea, it also is a good idea to guarantee us some of those talismans. I think that's probably the biggest important aspect of these two changes that I want. I actually do want some more powerful talismans. I would love to see an unquenchable talisman or an on-the-house talisman or something of that sort. I think that would be fantastic. I think it'd be good. Only if we got more chances of actually using Talisman, because right now I was looking through to see what Talisman might help my classified 150 Easter egg attempt run, and there were some good ones like the Specialist recharging faster. That's fantastic. That one I might actually use. The extra Wraithfire, of course, I always thought about, and that was basically it. Like, there's some good ones in there. There's some cool ones in there, especially when you talk about, different game modes. You use that LMG starting weapon one, and then you go into a gauntlet where you reset your weapons. That's pretty darn cool. Like, that's a cool gameplay element. There's a lot of cool gameplay elements of ways of varying up your gameplay here, but nobody's using it because nobody really has Talisman. No one really has all of them. We're not being given them to us. They're not being given to us. So those are my two thoughts. Those are my two suggestions for Treyarch and Activision in order to make them a little bit more money and to make the gameplay genuinely that much better as well. To give us more variety, give us more content, give us more dynamics. And I think it's easy because the content, the dynamics are already in the game. So those are my thoughts. Tell me your guys' thoughts about talismans. Tell me how you pronounce talismans in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Perhaps if you made it this far, I've earned a like. And until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.
We're happy right where we belong.